Well, we got a little bit of a break in the cold weather, so I think it's a good day to go ahead and get these babies weaned off. They're getting older, and get the doe rebred. Hey guys, welcome back to another Slightly Rednecked video. Again, my name's Chris. If you're not familiar with this channel, I do help you to produce your own meat, eggs, and vegetables from your backyard, your balcony, your deck, your garage, or heck, even a spare room in your house if that's the way you want to do it. Today I'm going to work on getting these babies out of this cage, move them over to another cage, and then we'll go ahead and rebreed the doe. Now I get this question all the time, it's like, when's a good time to rebreed your doe? And really it just depends. You can do it if you're doing a very intensive breeding schedule and you really want a lot of baby rabbits. Keep in mind you're going to wear your doe out a little bit quicker, but you can do it as soon as like 2 weeks after the babies are born. And that puts your doe at giving birth right about when the babies are 6 weeks old. You would be weaning them off right about the time she's given birth. That's a little bit of a tight schedule for me. I don't like it. I think it's a little too much. So, I would wait a little bit longer. Now, often what I'll do is I'll breed my doe when the babies are about 6 weeks, or, somewhere around 4 weeks. It depends on how fast the babies are growing out. So if I breed them when the babies are 4 weeks old, that means if I wean them off at 6 weeks old, then she should have about 2 weeks without babies before she has babies again. That gives her a little bit of break between sessions. And these guys are about 8 weeks old right now. So I've waited a little bit longer, and that's okay too. I'm not in that big of a hurry to get a ton of baby rabbits and a ton of rabbits in the freezer and those kinds of things. So, I just don't, I'm not really worried about breeding that intensive. But let's talk about weaning for a second. You do not want to wean your baby rabbits any sooner than 6 weeks old. These guys are about 8 weeks old and they're pretty much weaned already, so I don't have to really worry about it. If they were only 6 weeks old, what I would want to do, 2 reasons you don't want to wean earlier than that. First of all, they're just not adapt yet. You end up with problems with your babies. If you try to wean them before 6 weeks old, most of the time you're going to end up with like weaning enteritis, which is like bloat. It basically causes them to have diarrhea because they're switching diets too fast. They're not completely weaned yet. At 6 weeks old, they're pretty much weaned, but at the same time, the mother is not completely dried up. So what I like to do at that point, if I'm weaning at 6 weeks, is I'll move half the babies off, give her a couple of days, and then move the other half off. That gives her a chance to kind of slowly wean, dry up, I guess is what, what we're shooting for there. But again, with these guys being 8 weeks old, they're really not weaning anymore, or they're really not nursing anymore. She kind of fights them off when they try. So it's a good time to go ahead and just move them off. Now I contemplated, instead of just moving all these babies, go ahead and taking her, rebreeding her and putting her in a different cage. Save me a lot of effort, but at the same time, this is her cage. She's well established in here. She's comfortable. So I'm gonna go ahead and just move the babies over. And I'm gonna move them into this cage right here next to them just because it's easier for me to deal with. Let me get my resting mat all set up. And this might be entertaining to watch because these guys are a little bit wild. They haven't been handled a whole lot, so they're not going to enjoy being picked up. I mean, they're not crazy to the point of, not wanting me to handle them at all or not wanting to touch them. I mean, they'll come up to the front of the cage, but again, they haven't been really picked up much, so they're probably going to fight and not like it too much. Quit. So, we'll see how they go. I'm sure they're going to fight quite a bit and not enjoy this much at all. I'm going to wear some gloves because Mom might get a little bit grumpy while I'm doing all this as well. We'll see. All right, guys, move back. Everybody get away from the door. Go on. Go on. Go on, get away from the door. Get away from the door. Get away, get away, get away. There we go. Let's just prop this door open so I don't have to fight the door. All righty. Let's see, how about you first? Oh, there we go. Well, that wasn't too bad. That was pretty easy to manage. Next one. Quit, Max. No, go on. Go on. 2. There we go, there we go. Good, 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 good. These guys actually aren't too bad to handle at all. There we go. There we go. Good. All right, relax. There's nothing to freak out about. Whoa, mama. There. Woo, get back. Get back, get back. There you go. Stay back, stay back, stay back. You don't want to deal with this. Okay, that's not too bad. Show you one of these guys. You know, these guys are about 8 weeks old, but they're away from 8 pounds or from 5 pounds that I like to butcher at. I generally like to try to get my rabbits to 4 pounds by about, or 5 pounds I should say, by about 8 weeks old, but these guys are probably going to take closer to about 12 pounds. So I'm going to let them grow out just a little bit longer, probably another month is what it'll take. They're probably in the 2.5 pound range, something like that. There you go. All right, we're going to get your water bowl out of here. They need the bigger water bowl. There you go. Let's get your door closed. And let's get them some feed real quick. So, all right, buddy, get back from the door. We're gonna see, bring in your girlfriend. Let's get the water bowl out of here, out of the way. And I'm bringing you a water bowl. All right, so now that actually worked out pretty easier than I thought. So I'm gonna go ahead and get her, move her over to the buck's cage and see if she'll be open for breeding and won't attack him. She's been pretty grumpy here lately. So, oh, calm down. But, there we go. Not too bad, actually. Got those babies out of there. She calmed down a little bit. And we'll see if we get some successful breeding going on. She lifted right away for him. Fantastic. Let him go one or twice more. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing, huh? Here, play a little bit. All right, off. Off. Go, go, go. Max, go on. And well, looks like she lifted for him at least one time. We're gonna let him go at least once or twice more. He's still pretty willing. She's kind of hunkered down in the corner there, so I'll give her a few minutes, see if she'll move around. If not, I may have to move her around myself, get her to get out of the corner. Well, while I'm waiting on that, let's talk about record keeping a little bit. I've had a lot of questions about record keeping lately. Lots of people saying, what do you do to keep records on your rabbits when you breed them and all? And you know, I've got a pretty small operation right now, just the one doe, and even at the most, I only have 2 at a time. So this is my record keeping. I don't really do much. I'm just gonna write the date and I'm gonna stick it on her feeder right here so I don't forget whenever to put the nest box in. So let's see, what is today's date? I forget what today's date is. 27th, I think, of January. Yeah, it's the 27th of January. So, can we get our 3rd fall off? There we go, 3rd fall off. So let me write this date down and then we'll go ahead and get her back in her cage. All right, so that's it. Write the date on the piece of masking tape or whatever kind of tape I have handy. Stick that on her feeder, and then I'll know when it's time to put the nest box in from that. That's really the only record keeping I do. Don't find it necessary to do much more than that. All right, let's go ahead and get her moved back to her cage now. All right, buddy, move back. You gotta move. You gotta move out of the way. Come on, come on. Move out of the way. All right, here we go, here we go. There you go, there you go. Oh, I gotta get her some water. Well, all in all, that went pretty smooth, a lot easier than I expected. The babies weren't too difficult to handle. She seemed to calm down quite a bit once I got them out of there. She wasn't jumping on me at all. If you guys watched my previous videos, she was pretty aggressive, grunting, jumping, lunging at me, even biting at the gloves and stuff when she first had the babies. But it seems like getting those off of there, she's calmed down quite a bit. Let's see if maybe breeding might have freaked her out a little bit, but she didn't lunge at the buck at all. We'll see if she's going to be mean to me, huh? You okay? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. See? Yeah, not bad. Not bad. She seems to have calmed down quite a bit. That's unusual. Most of the rabbits I find, even if they are a bit aggressive when they have babies, it seems to calm them down. She seems to be the other way around. She's got babies in there. She's just aggressive, kind of, I don't know. She seemed to be, as the babies got out of the nest box, a little bit more aggressive towards them. She would like lunge at them whenever they would start to get up to the front of the cage or get in her way or something like that. She didn't do any damage. She never hurt any of them. She never bit any of them or anything like that, but who knows? Maybe she'll be a keeper after all. The only thing I should say slightly disappointed with right now is the babies just aren't growing out as nearly as fast as I'd like them to. I'd like them to be 5 pounds by now, and they're just not quite there yet. They got at least a couple more weeks, probably about a month left, but that's okay. It could be a lot worse. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, God bless.